Hello everybody and welcome back to Agrarian Skies 2. Getting started on building up some farm automation, and I noticed that what I had over here buffering the power output was not set up correctly. I didn't have the side set to output correctly. So I wanted to correct that real quick. What I did, this guy, the lead energy cell, it's a configuration here. So I've got the right side and the bottom side set to input. Right? Input here and down there. The left side and the back set to output, like that. And you can see here the current power level is 369,200 and stable. So it's keeping up, but just barely. You can see, for some reason, maybe it's not. Okay, now it's increasing. Okay, so I've got a little bit of surplus power generation going on. I'm sure I'll fix that at some point. And we'll be back to negative power. Anyway, what I really would like to get done today is do something with those farming plots I built up there. So I've gotten started on some crafting. I want to build 2 harvesters and 2 planters. So I've got the planters set up right now. The planters are copper gears, a machine frame, a flower pot, and pistons. And so let's set... Oh, I never built the flower pots. There we go. So I've got the flower pots, and oh, I didn't make enough pistons. Let me go make 2 more pistons. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I have those pistons. So let's make 2 planters. Now I've got the gold gears that I need. Did a little bit of this in advance. And I'm going to need shears, 2 pairs of shears, and 4 Invar axes to get this done. So for the shears, I'll need 4 iron ingots. And for the Invar, let's do the shears first. Shears don't stack. So I will put those in a minute. The Invar axes, I will need 6 Invar for that. Just like that. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to need more than that because I need 2 axes per. Anyway, that gives me 1 harvester. Let's go make some more Invar. Invar is 2 iron and a nickel. Let's do, not that much. Let's make 3 blocks. And I am not sure if it's easier to deal with this as ingots or blocks, but I'm going to try blocks this time because that will let me basically load up everything all at once and use the block caster rather than going through the ingot caster. Let that run, and well, I've got enough to start the first plot. So let's head up. So what I want to do is set up, I did need some of the power conduits for building other things. Anyway. So I'm going to set that right there. And I will set the harvester just like that. Oh, it's facing the wrong direction. I almost never get that right. Alright, so the harvester, when it's powered, will find things that are ready to harvest in front of it and shoot them out the back. We'll put a chest there in a minute. The planter, I'm going to put it down there, and then I'm going to put a water bucket, or a water source block on top of it. There we go. That will help hydrate everything. Then this guy will power that way. And, alright, so I'm going to need some more power conduit and some item ducts to continue making this. Let's go get that Invar out. There it is. And I should have 3 blocks worth of Invar to pull out of here. While that's running, I can go ahead and make 2 more axes. Which will go right in here and make me my other harvester. So that's useful. Let's go get the rest of the item ducts. Let's see, I've only got 4 flux ducts and 6 item ducts. I am definitely going to need some servos. So I've got some crafting to do to basically get this to what I need. Finished up the Invar. And, alright, so let's go put the other one in place, and then I'll craft what I need for the rest. Right, so that guy can be powered now. Oh, I'm going to need upgrades as well. Just one more thing. Right, the easiest way to do this will be, there we go. Let's get ourselves some water. And what I'm hoping to set up here, these harvesters have some options. Shear leaves is one of them. So if you set it to shear leaves, the leaves are obviously taken off, just like if you were using shears on the trees. If not, they're broken and give you saplings. So I'm wanting to set one of them up to give me rubber and oak saplings, and the other one to shear leaves and run through a composter. That's my goal for this particular area. I'm not sure if the harvesters will work with the AgriCraft crops. I've read several places that it should work. I've read several places that it doesn't. I'm not quite sure which one to believe, and then there's always the chance that the mod pack changes something. So I figured just try it. I'll plant some crops with the AgriCraft crop sticks, and we'll see what happens. If they work, that'll be great. If they don't work, then we'll have to figure out some other way of automating it. Thought I had a barrel of apples somewhere. Oh well. Oh, maybe they're over here. Yep. I'm just emptying out inventory right now, thinking that I'm going to need the space. Let's drop off these rails and ladders that I used for something. Oh, I've got 2 more drawers to put in. Alright, for some reason I'm having trouble placing that drawer in the orientation I want it. Which, seriously, did it fall? Yep, down there. Okay. Let's go get it. At least it didn't fall all the way over. That's something, I suppose. Alright, which direction is it getting popped up in? Alright, it's, for some reason it's wanting to open that way. I don't really know why. But, let's see. Get us something to climb on. There we go. And there we go. Okay, very good. Now then, back to what we were doing. We're going to need some more leadstone flux duct. We're going to need some item ducts. We're going to need 2 chests. And we're going to need to get this harvester in place. I think what I'm going to do here is just place an item duct, put that on it, and then drop under it and break it. There we go. So what I'll do is run right along here with the power. Yeah, need to put those torches back. And I'm going to need to figure out a way to hook this up not just to the windmill, but I'm going to have to plug it into other things too. Look, the fisher is working correctly. So I've got carp, mudfish, octopus, and tilapia showing up. From when I did some fishing earlier, I made a chest of fish there. I'll go ahead and take that up and store the fish here. Then this chest, I'm going to need that. This chest can hang out right there, and we'll go get another one for the back of the other harvester. Now for energy conduit, or leadstone flux duct, we will need to, we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Need at least 11 of them, so 2 makings, and then I've got to go to each of the planters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 more. Okay, so we need 17, or 3 makings. I believe they make 6 each. Yep, that makes 6. So I'm going to go make a bunch of that, a bunch more item ducts, some more servos, and I will be back. Okay, so I'm back. Got a couple things that have happened. So this is almost ready. I've got both planters set up, one below the surface where I want it to be. I've got the water set up to provide some hydration. That'll work out well. Got the harvesters set up and powered. You can see they're ready to roll. Each of the harvesters is going to output into the chest. The chest has the servo set up just to output everything. There's a line going off toward the planter. I'll go downstairs and check that out in a minute. For right now, I'm just going to close this up. Now, the next thing we need to look at is what the planters are set up to do. The planters are set up with filters on the front, whitelist filters. Right now it's not allowing anything in. Both of them are set the same way. Right? Whitelist with nothing. And that's fine. Here's what we need to do. Since these guys are going to be sharing basically saplings, we're going to need to connect them. Like so. That way, saplings from one, because one of them is going to be set to break leaves and get saplings, the other is going to be set to shear leaves for composting. Next, we need to set up where we're going to put all those items, because there's going to be, hopefully, a lot of items coming out of this. What I'm going to do is go upstairs and put together some barrels. Right now for leaves, for saplings, for wood, and for anything else that happens to come off the farm. I'm going to go set that up and I will be back. Okay, I'm back. So what I'm doing now is I just got some pulverized lead and I'm going to make a dense item duct. Basically so that, wow, the music's really loud for some reason. Really? Thought that would have fixed it. A little better. Okay, so here's what's going on. Across here, right, I've got the line that is going to be carrying all the different items. It's going to branch into here. And at the top, I am going to place this dense item duct right there, which should mean it's going to fill all of the other inventories it can before coming over here. In this area, I'm going to store my saplings, wood, and then I'm also going to set up on top for leaves and a few other things. Actually, wait a minute. I'd kind of rather put those downstairs. Let me rethink this. I'll be back. I'm back. So I ended up moving this down here. Put the dense item duct right there, and I'm going to put the farm products over here. That way I can set up the dirt generation kind of right in this area. Assuming I don't change my mind again, which is, entirely possible. Alright, so let's head upstairs, fix the facades, and keep going. So part of what I did is move everything one below. Oh, I need another oak plank to make that look right. We definitely want it to look pretty. That's kind of why I have the basement area. Figure it can look, cobblestone and ugly. Up here I'd like for it to look nice. I'm planning to go through and make some covers for this area. Got to do something with that. I'm still working on it, still thinking. But, for right now it's okay. Alright, so let's get started. What I want to do is get a whole bunch of saplings. Let's see, there's 4 stacks of saplings in there. Let's get 2 of them. And in this one, I am going to, let's see. And let's just put them in, let it go. So, you can see the planter just did a 3x3 around it, and that is all. That's kind of expected. There are all these upgrades that go with it. So a lapis upgrade increases the radius by 1, tin by 2, iron by 3. We would like to come out 1, 2, 3 more, so we need iron upgrades. The harvester takes the same thing, so I'm going to need 4 of these iron upgrades. That is made with redstone, raw plastic, iron ingots, and a gold nugget. So let's go gather materials for 4 of them. Oh, it looks like I do not quite have what I need for raw plastic. That's okay. Toss that in there, let that cook for a bit. So I'll need 12 ingots. We'll need 4 nuggets of gold. Can't remember if I've already got that over here or not. I do. What else? Redstone, I'll need 8. And it's basically going to look like this, with raw plastic there in the middle. So, we're going to cook this down. I'll need, 12 of those? That'll do. Let that run for a minute, and I'm going to go just make sure I've got everything else going. Now there's one other item that I'm going to need to deal with over here. These machines generate sludge. Sludge is basically just industrial waste. But there's a special machine called a sludge boiler that we are going to need to deal with. I'll go ahead and start making it. We need some furnaces, a machine frame, a reception coil, and iron gears. So while this is going, that's almost done. Do I have the reception coil? No. Okay. We can at least make the reception coil, and I've got the machine frame. We'll come back to that. So I've got the raw plastic. Those don't stack either, by the way. So let's head down here, or head over here, and not the chest. Toss that in. Toss that in. I'm going to put that group in, and you can see that's going crazy. Note it didn't quite have enough to actually harvest it. Or sorry, to fully plant it. But look, this guy should detect that he has work to do in a minute. There we go. And he is harvesting. Awesome. You can see the wood is there. Now, and there is some amount of sludge. So I'm going to set this guy to shear leaves. Yes. And now, oh, wait a minute. I'm going to need that. I need to go down here and tell the planters to whitelist oak saplings. I knew I'd forgotten something. Alright. So now they should be able to pick up new oak saplings. So I toss that in there. It will eventually show up in here. So I'm going to let that run for a bit. We should see, I didn't, this barrel stack down here I just loaded with one of things. You can see there are already 5 saplings in it, 5 oak saplings, 1 rubber sapling, and 5 oak wood from that tree that we watched get taken apart. So that's going to do some stuff. Let's go finish cooking this rubber. Now, the sludge boiler. That's going to become important. We need 2 regular furnaces, a bucket, plastic, and iron gears. So I'm pretty sure I have at least one vanilla furnace up here somewhere. Maybe I put it down here. I've got to get a little better organized. There we go. There's our furnace. Our other furnace can be had like that. We're going to need a bucket, 2 plastic sheets, 2 iron gears. We'll let that cook and go get the plastic. Almost. Now the sludge boiler is a block that I don't really care for. I mean, it's important, but it gives you a pretty bad reaction when you're near it. I don't remember exactly if it's weakness or nausea or something. There's something bad. So let's go check it out. I'm going to put it way down here. Because, well, like I said, I don't really like the thing. Here. Put it as far away as I can. Now I'm going to need some more, well, I'm going to need some more of a lot of things to get there. So I'm going to go make some more conduits and more, well, basically everything, because I'm going to need, power for it, I'm going to need to get sludge to it, and I'm going to need to return items from it. So this is going to take some resources to move it all the way out there. Let's see how the farm's doing real quick. Yeah, 27 blocks of wood, and hopefully the planters are getting some of the... Yeah, they've already got some excess. Now, do I have it set to shear leaves? Let's go look. Yep, shear leaves is on. So, oh, you can see this guy's already full of sludge, both of them. So when they're full of sludge, they don't work nearly as fast. So I definitely need to get that straightened out. I'm going to go build some conduits, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I got it working, and poison is the debuff that you get. So anyway, it's a bit more of a mess than I wanted, but you know, what can you do? That's the reason we have a basement. I also learned one very important thing: when this thing is full of sludge, skeletons and other assorted nasties will spawn on tops of things. So I tried to light this area up, but the tops of trees do not get well lit, and they will spawn. Had a little problem with that. The arrows are gone there now. But anyway. Okay, so next up, I'm going to work on making this a little prettier, but let's show you what's going on right now. So this guy does not have any saplings. He's got lots of oak leaves coming off because this is our guy that's set to shear leaves. This guy is set to not shear leaves. He's got wood and apples coming off. All of his saplings are going in here. So until we get enough saplings to fill up both of them, this guy's going to be running a little light. So I'm occasionally just going to come bring saplings from one to the other. Saplings are not going to go over into this area until they're done. Those extra 4 are just from earlier. Now the next thing I'm going to do is build another dense item duct and a chest, just so I can get any other items that are coming in there can have a place to go. I only want one. There we go. One ingot. Toss that into the pulverizer. Craft that with a regular item duct, and we get a dense item duct. And then I need another chest. Actually, you know what? Got a better idea. This chest is not doing anything. I think it'll be perfect. Yeah, we can go this way. So I moved this guy down to the end just so that I can use it basically for I can come right off the back of it to get the compost going. So anyway, let's see if anything shows up in here. Pretty sure something will, because I know there's apples in the system. What else should be in the system? Anything coming off the sludge boiler is going to end up over here. And the sludge boiler can generate several interesting things. Let's see if I can find them in NEI. I know peat will come off of it. Yep, sludge boiler. So if I right click, if I click on that, yep, okay, it can generate peat ash, decaying wheat, sand, clay, dirt, more dirt, gravel, red sand, soul sand, mycelium, podzol, heat sand, netherrack, and tainted soil. So, like 15 other things that it might generate. I might need more space. I'll figure that out in a bit. That might be, I may have to change how this is structured. But we'll get there when we get there. For right now, I'm going to let it generate some oak wood, and once I get that, the sludge boiler and everything figured out, I'm going to probably move about half of it over to the rubber wood, just to get rubber and get some plastic and other stuff going. So that's basically what I wanted to get accomplished today. Got a little bit of leftover ducting, servos, etc. Still got some barrels that we're going to use. I'm sure we'll get to them at some point, just because I know that sludge boiler is going to be tossing a lot of stuff in. Yep, already getting stuff. So we got dirt, we got sand, podzol, clay, peat, decaying wheat. I wonder what I can make out of decaying wheat. I've never used that before. Okay, this is how you can get it. Moistener, sludge boiler. What do you use it for? You can make mulch. Yeah, you can make mulch out of it. Okay, well, mulch is potentially useful for making humus, bog earth, using it in the fermenter. Yeah, use it a lot in the fermenter. Okay, well, anyway, that should do it for today. I don't think, not sure if that would do any quests. What was that? Okay, that was a spider over there again. I've still got to figure out if there's a way I can not deal with him. Let's see, are there any quests? No quests available are with unclaimed rewards. So I'm guessing that once I unlock some of these, we might have made some progress. But for right now, nothing to report. So that'll do it for this episode. I'll go kill this spider real quick. And I'm sure it's in here. I mean, it's probably like way back there that it's spawning or something. I don't know. Anyway, that'll do it for today. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.